Good
afternoon, student.
Good afternoon.
Hi, student. I don't have how many students you are. Can you tell me how many students you are approximately? Uh, More than 20? Because we are 13 today, 14.
25.
Oh, it's a big group. Yeah. Okay, 25. Yeah. Okay. I suppose that they are joining to the class later. Um, Let me introduce myself, student. My name is Alexandra Ortiz. I'm a teacher too, right? So I'm gonna be the substitute for your teacher. Yeah, she's not gonna continue with this level, so that's why I'm gonna be with you. I'm not sure if I'm gonna stay with you until the end, but for these days I will give the class, right? Yeah. Okay. So we are 16, I think. Okay. So tell me, student, how are you doing with your level? This is the advanced one or level 11, all right? 11.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Yeah. And tell me, student, in what part of the lesson number one you are? I'm going to show you, right, the book. This is the book, right?
Letter 1C.
One thing. Yeah. Do you have your book, student? I'm talking about to everybody. Do you have your book? Okay, that's good. Mhm. Yeah, number one, right? So for this level, so you have to study 5 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the other for the next level that you have. Okay. Yeah, you are in unit number one, right? Can you tell me please now in what lesson you are? Is it lesson 1A,
1C.
1B,
1C, teacher.
or 1C? Now here, you are here. Did you finish 1C or are you in a specific number here? Number of activity?
Number 4.
Number 4?
Yeah.
So it means that you have read this and you are here.
Yes. Very
Okay. Yeah, okay. This is a very interesting story. Okay, let me please admit the other student. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, it means that you read this. Okay, so it means that you have to start from this exercise, right? Number 5. Please, can you confirm, please? Student, do you have to start exercise number 5?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay, yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, before going into the lesson, I have a question for you. Student, do you know the calendar for your test? Did your teacher give you the calendar when you are having a test, the first and the second?
No.
No.
Not yet. Okay. Now, as I said before, students, so I'm gonna be your teacher. It's possible this class or could be until the end. I'm not sure yet, all right? But anyway, so you will not miss your classes, right? Yeah. Please, I would like to know the students who are here. All right. For example, Celia. I don't know if you are there. Daniel, Janine, Carlos, Zárate, Ana, Otero Santiago, Valeria Montenegro. Right? Please, I would like to know you, right? I need to know if I am working with people, all right, or not just with us. Mhm. Okay, so I need to know my student. Why? Because this is a virtual class, and I need to see you, right? When we are in a face-to-face class, so we don't have any problem, right? So the teacher can know all their or her or his student. But now here, sometimes it's a little difficult, right? Because you are hiring, all right? Yeah. So that's why the student, and also to avoid some inconvenience later, right? Could be that it's possible that the name of the student is here, but the student is not there, right? It's another person. Yeah. So I have to make sure about that student. Okay, thank you. Now, to start the class, I'm going to show you, please, the calendar. Take note about when you have your first test, your second test. Okay, give me a minute, please. And you will take note, please, about the test. Yeah, okay, I will share. If you want, you can take a screen, or I will just stick in the WhatsApp group. Yeah, this is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, all right? So these are the students, the days that you will have the test. So we started in October 2nd. The first written test is November 8th. And after November 10th. And the final test, you have December 20, and the last day, we can say the final oral test is going to be December 22nd. Okay. Now, the evaluation student is going to be the same as you had before. All right. You have 2 written tests over 20, 2 oral tests over 15. And after you have 30 points, about 10 is for homework, reading activities, oral presentations, and attendance and participation. Right? Yeah, it's the same evaluation. The grades to pass the level is 70. Okay? Yeah. This is a student calendar. Do you have any questions, students, so far? I think that I will stick the calendar in the WhatsApp group. Okay. Now I have a stick the student the calendar at the WhatsApp group, so in order to remember when you have your first test. Yeah. Now let us start, student. All right. Let us start. So you have already started the unit number 1 from the book. That's good. Were you assigned any exercise at the platform, Richmond platform?
No.
No, not yet. Okay. Yeah. I think for next class, I will start giving you the assignment, right? But anyway, let's continue, student. Now let's go with the first part of this. Student, do you have any questions? Do you have any questions so far? No? Yeah, I think nobody has a question. Student, let us start. You have introduced this unit. This unit is talking about the main topic about the whole unit number 1 that you have here. So the question said, or the title, what matters? Right? So we are going to see different topics about this, what matters. Right? For example, here you have a study about the science of happiness, right? Which one I think is very interesting. Here, so you have read an article about Gregory Porter. And also, so you have learned some tips, all right, about how to deal with non-literal language, right? And also, so you have seen some past habits, how you can express them. And in this lesson, the students, so you are going to talk about, first of all, you have read about this story, about these 2 boys, right? And I think that you have discussed with your teacher, right? Now, let's go direct to the exercise number 5. Yeah, everybody, please pay attention here. Look at the pairs of sentences below. How were the first sentences expressed in the text? So these sentences, so you will find in the text that you have read. Complete the second sentence and then check your answers. So please, student, can you please complete this? Complete the sentences below that you have. For example, the reason why to help his young brother. How were the first sentences expressed in the text? Complete the second sentences and then check your answer. Do you have a student? Could be for number 1. And after I will give you some minutes to complete. Do you have a student? Okay, Hael, what can you say about this? Just number 1, to give an example.
The reason why he did it was to help his younger brother.
Okay, sounds good. All right. Now, student, please, I will give you just like 3-4 minutes, right, to complete these four sentences that you have. So they start with the phrase, the reason why, it was, what, and what. Okay, clear, student? Do you have any question? Student, do you have any question how to make this exercise? Or no? Nobody say nothing? Do you have the answer, student, or not yet?
No yet, teacher.
Is it difficult for you, student?
Johnny
you
was
tell me, please?
experiencing heat stroke.
No?
Johnny West friend.
Teacher, our us not taken the lesson yet. The emphasis, clear sentence.
Yes, we are going to see that later. All right, but first of all, I want that you can just make according to what you read. So I think in this article you have, all right, the idea here. Okay, later we are going to explain. Of course, you are making emphasis when you said the reason why, so you are making emphasis about the situation. But right now, I want that you can please make complete the sentences, but the meaning must be similar to this, using this expression. For example, the reason why, let me make it bigger. Yeah, Oriana, please tell me for number 1 again, because I think somebody said, right, number 1. How can you complete number 1? The reason why?
The reason why he did it was to help his younger brother.
Okay, let me write, please, for everybody. Yeah, and after Oriana. The reason why he did it
Was to help.
Yeah, did it was. Yeah, okay, so far, because the rest you have. Now, when you say this student, so you are saying the same as the first sentence. Okay, but the second one, so you are expressing with more emphasis. The reason why he did it was to help his young brother. But when you said he did it to help his young brother, it's okay. It's good. Both are okay. But this is with more emphasis. This one. Now, somebody please can help with number 2. Celia. Go ahead, Celia.
It was Alistair who became the star of the race.
Yeah, okay. Let me write, please. It was
Alistair
Alistair. Alistair who
became the star of the race.
became. So far. Yeah, let me write in that way, student. Yeah, I think that you can read. It was Alistair who became the star of the race. Fue Alistair quien llegó a ser la estrella, ¿no?, de la competencia. I think it's good. But the first one, Alistair became the star of the race, is good too. Both are okay. So in a Spanish student, we use this expression when we said, oh, fue Alistair quien llegó a ser el ganador. But also you can say Alistair llegó a ser el ganador. Yeah, it's the same student or in English. Now, number 3, about Johnny was experiencing her heat stroke. What can you say about this? Sareli, go ahead, Sareli.
Okay. What Johnny was experiencing was heat stroke.
Again, please, for everybody. Let me see. I think my volume is not so loud. One more time, please.
What Johnny was experiencing was heat stroke. Was experiencing.
Okay, it means was. Sorry. I didn't read it. Is that okay? What Johnny
was experiencing was heat stroke.
Yeah, it's missing here. All right, seems to be good. What Johnny was experiencing was heat stroke. Okay, I think to a student. Naomi, please. Go ahead, please, Naomi. Number 4, concern for Johnny had motivated Alistair.
What had motivated Alistair was concern for Johnny.
Okay, slowly, please. I will write for your partners. What
had motivated Alistair was concern for Johnny.
Was concern. Is that okay? What had motivated Alistair was... A ver, otra vez. I think... Again, please. Read again your sentence.
What had motivated Alistair was concern for Johnny.
Concern for Johnny. Yeah. Okay. Now, let's check if you have the same student. Don't worry, if there are some mistakes, we are going to fix, please, the problem. Now, are you ready? Okay, I think that I'm going to erase my answers. Now, let's see. The first one, it was good. Okay, the first one. I will erase the first. Yep. The second one, it is okay. Oh, the third one. Yes, it is okay. And number 4, it is okay. Thank you. Now we are going to ask different people to read one sentence. All right, give emphasis, student, at the beginning because we are going to read later what the names are of this sentence. Naomi, read number 1, please.
Number 1?
Yes.
He did it to help his younger brother. The reason why he did it was to...
Sorry, Naomi, read the sentence that you have here on my screen.
Okay. The reason why he did it was to help his younger brother.
Okay. Now, student, here you are saying the reason why he did it was to help his young brother. Now, please, continues Javier. Javier, right? Second, please, number 2.
Okay. It was Alistair who became the star of the race.
Thank you. Ruben Morales, number 3.
Okay, what Johnny was experiencing was headstroke.
Thank you, Ruben. Fernanda Rivero, number 4.
What had motivated Alistair was concern for Johnny.
Excellent, student. Now, student, when you say it in this way, student, so you are emphasizing the idea. But now, here in next exercise, you will find here the explanation. Now, go please to next exercise. Later we are going to see here, all right? Let's go please to this part. Oh, let me see, please. Here you have an example, all right? Yeah, after we are going to return to this. Let's go to this part. The sentences that we have read, student, so all of them are emphasized. Now, in this case, you have some explanation. Please, here you have, let's see the first one. Adding emphasis. So the other name of this is cleft sentences. Okay? Adding emphasis with it. Now, student, when you want to give emphasis to your idea or what you are going to say, student, so you have to use, or you can use the word it. All right? Now, you write the word or you say the word it at the beginning. Now, Carla Liliana, can you read the first example, please, using it? Please, the first.
It was my father who inspired me.
All right, thank you. Now, student, with this, you are saying, all right, something with much emphasis. Now, in Spanish, what is that in Spanish? To get please the meaning of this. What is in Spanish? How do you say this in Spanish? This expression. It was my father who inspired me.
Fue mi padre quien me inspiró.
Okay. Now that word, all right, fue. So you have to use it in English. It was. Okay. Now, students, so you are mentioning here what your father did. Now, the second is for, let us to another student to read another example. The second with it. Celia. The second, please.
It's every Friday when we usually get together.
Yeah, okay, here you have another example, student. Very interesting, all right? I think that we use a lot this. It's every Friday. Can you make a sentence similar to this, student, using it and choose one day of the week? Any day of the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Tell me what is the activity that you do in that day. A volunteer, please. Nobody? Okay, Alexia, please.
It's every Sunday when we went to the church.
Okay, excellent. All right, that is all right. A special day. So Sunday. It's every Sunday when we go or when my family go to the church. Okay, that's good. Yeah. Or you can say it's every Friday when I get with my friends, all right? Or I go out with my friends. Okay, thank you. Now, the first student is that you can use it, all right? Remember, please, you can use it. But now, let's go to the next. Next, you have here adding emphasis with the word what. Now, let's read some example. Carlos Lasso, please, read the example, please, that you have.
What I really need is coffee.
Okay, good. What I really need is coffee. Now, student, here you have the first. Now, let's go to the second and after give me extra examples. Please, Maria Belén, can you read the second one?
What worries me most is climate change.
Okay, good. Now, here it says, what worries me. Lo que me preocupa, ¿no? Lo que me preocupa más, o mucho, es el cambio, ¿no? De clima. Now, can you give me an extra example, student, using what? You can use like the first example. what I really need, what I really like, what I really enjoy. I don't know, something that you want to express, or something like this. Somebody please raise your hand, please. I think it's better. Go ahead, student. You have to practice. All right, that is the only way that you can learn something, practicing. It doesn't matter if you make mistake. Okay, but Harry Flores.
What I really enjoy is play piano.
Oh, very interesting activity. What I really enjoy is playing the piano. You can say. Yeah, thank you, Harry. Another student, please. Go ahead, student. I need to listen, please. Another example. No, I can see hands, right?
Play piano. The piano.
Ingrid Urquiza, please go ahead. Give me a sentence, please. Using
Okay.
what?
What interests me most is my dogs.
My
dogs.
my dog. What
Or my
interesting?
pet.
My pet. Yeah. Okay. What interests me is my pet. Yeah, it's my pet.
Okay.
So now we are gonna see here the verb. It's very important, the verb. This verb is singular, right? When you start with a verb, student, here, what worries, because worries is a verb. So it doesn't matter what you are going to describe here, in plural or singular, the verb always is singular. Always. Okay, now later, please, we are going to see in the explanation. Now let's go to Fernanda Rivero. Fernanda, you are going to tell me, please, about, let me please, yeah, here. Fernanda, read, please, the first example that you have here. Yeah, go ahead, please, Fernanda. Fernanda Rivero. We are going to read examples with these phrases. They are different, students. You are not using it, you are not using what. You are using phrases like the person who, the thing that, the reason why, the place that. Now, Fernanda, read the first example. Okay, I think Fernanda doesn't listen to me. Melina Rueda, please, can you read the first?
Okay, the person who just called me was my boss. Who just called was my boss, sorry.
Excellent. Now you are using here the expression the person who, la persona quien. Me llamó, era mi jefe, ¿no? Entonces usamos una frase acá, the person who. Now let us to another student read the second, please. Oriana, let me read well, please, your name.
Okay, the second?
Yes, the second.
Okay, the thing that annoyed me most was the noise.
All right, that is another way, student. The thing that annoys me most. Think about what are the things that annoys you, student? Because I want that you can express using in this way, right? Something that bothers you, algo que les molesta. The thing that annoys me most is or was, could be in the present or in the past. You can say the thing that annoys me most is the noise of the dogs, right? When they are barking in my virtual classes. Yep. Let's go to another. Valeria, please, can you read the third example? The reason.
Okay. The reason why I came over was to give you a hand.
Good. You have another example, student. You can use the reason why. La razón por la que. Okay, that is the meaning of this. And finally, you have with another. Ana Jael, please read the place.
The place that I love the most in the beach.
Okay. I suppose that you have a student a special place, right? That you really enjoy. Which one is that student? Can you tell me, please, using this expression, the place that I love the most is? Somebody, please, can help me a sentence or tell me, please, a sentence using this one. A volunteer?
Está
No?
apagado, Ana. A él sí está hablando su audio.
Excuse me? Somebody please that can help me. Let me see. Oh, let me see please if I can see Naomi. No, I can see her in the waiting room. No la veo en la sala de espera. Ya, cuando no aparece es porque algo está mal en la conexión, ¿no es cierto? Entonces, que siga intentando. Ahora sí, recién. Ya. Es complicado. A veces, como estoy trabajando con los iconos, a veces cubren la señal donde aparece para que le pueda aceptar. Así que van a disculpar si no les acepto inmediatamente porque, y bueno, traten de ingresar en horario, ¿no? Hay unos 15 minutos de tolerancia. Y luego a veces nos concentramos en la clase y no vemos, ¿no? El nombre, ¿ya? Pero de todas maneras, igual estoy atenta, ¿ya? Muy bien. Okay, please student, I need to listen a sentence using the place that you really love. Could be here in your, okay, please go ahead. Go ahead, please. Somebody raise their hand.
The place that I love the most right now is my apartment.
Yeah, it's your apartment. Oh, yeah,
I just moved here a few months ago, and it's different because I am learning to
Studying English.
live alone. It's different to live with my parents. So
yeah.
Studying English.
Okay, that's good. Thank you very much for sharing your sentence. I would like to listen one more. Dena Rebollo, what can you say about the place that you really love the most?
The place that I love the most is the stadium.
Is the stadium?
The stadium.
Studying English.
The stadium. Oh, yeah. Why? Why do you love the stadium?
I relax there.
Oh, yeah. That's good. So, you know, student, different person has different reason why, all right? So they enjoy these places. Okay, student, this is another way how you can express something making emphasis, right? Use this expression, the person who, the thing that, the reason why, the place that. But there is one thing that I want that you can please look at carefully. Take a look at the student now. I will remark. In this sentence, student, take a look at the verb. All the verbs are in singular. Right? Always they are in singular. It doesn't matter if you are mentioning after plural things. No, right? The verb is always singular. It could be present or past. Now, student, let's see please one more thing about these clef sentences. Yeah, after you are going to practice, right? Now here, look, what is happening here? What and the thing that have the same meaning. So student, if you have the word what at the beginning of the sentence, or if you use the thing that, so they have the same meaning. Now let us do another student. Naomi, please read the sentence that you have with what and also the thing. Is it possible, Naomi, to read?
And what I need, that part? Okay. What I need is a long vacation. The thing that I need is a long vacation.
The same meaning, student. You are saying here the sentences, the first using what and the second the thing that. But if you can see the meaning, students, so they don't change. Okay. So which one is better for you? To say what I need or the thing that? Or both of them?
Well,
Nothing. I think both students, you can use any of them, but use in the correct way. Now, after explaining this, student, please, I would like to give you more examples, all right? I'm going to give you more examples here. First of all, let's listen some of the sentences. And after, we are going to go to the grammar, all right, to see more examples. First, let's listen this part in order to know how to make emphasis on those sentences. That's why you have in number 6 the pronunciation of them. Okay, now here please, Everybody? Here, exercise number 6, student. Listen carefully how the person makes emphasis on those phrases. Go ahead, student. Intonation in cleft sentence. Listen to the sentence.
1.9. 1. It was John who showed the most tolerance and patience. 2.
It's the 5-hour trip that I find so unbearable.
3. It's global warming that worries me the most. 4.
It was January when we went back to school.
5. It was one of the neighbors who broke the front door. 6.
It wasn't me who ate the last slice of cheesecake.
Student, all the sentences that you have here, so they start with the word it. Alright? Of course, you are using a phrase to introduce these cleft sentences. It's like having two sentences, alright, in the whole sentence. Two parts. Now, listen one more time and practice after listening the person. Alright, please, with your microphone off, please. But practice the intonation.
1.9. 1. It was John who showed the most tolerance and patience. 2.
It's the 5-hour trip that I find so unbearable.
3. It's global warming that worries me the most. 4.
It was January when we went back to school.
5. It was one of the neighbors who broke the front door. 6.
It wasn't me who ate the last slice of cheesecake.
I will ask different people to read one sentence at least because I want to listen how you are making the intonation. Let's start with Daniel Guzman, number 1, Luciana Lopez, number 2, and Brenda, number 3.
Hey, teacher. It was John who showed the most tolerance and patience.
Yeah, thank you. Number 2.
It's the 5-hour trip that I found so unbearable.
Good. Number 3.
It's global warming what worries me the most.
Yeah, thank you. I think this is a very interesting sentence. I think everybody, okay, worries about this. Nowadays, right? Especially here in our city, we are feeling that change, right? Of the weather. Could be tomorrow it's raining. Nobody knows, right? So it changed, right? In a suddenly way. Please, Sareli, number 4, Sareli. Ana Jael, number 5.
It was January when we went back to school.
Number 5.
It was one of the neighborhoods who broke the front door.
Yeah, it was one of the neighbors who broke the front door. Harry, please, number 6.
It wasn't me who ate the last slice of cheesecake.
Imagine that somebody is guilting you, right, about that you ate, right, this slice of cheesecake. You say, oh, it wasn't me, all right? So make emphasis. It wasn't me who ate the last slice of cheesecake. Yeah. All right, students, these are some examples to practice the pronunciation, the intonation. But now, please, I want that you can practice more about the grammar. So that's why, please, let's go for a moment to this page 95, I think. Yes, 95. Okay, here. And you have 1C, adding emphasis, cleft sentences. This is the part 1, student. I think that you have another one. Okay, now let's go to the first. Now here, student, first listen the example. After, we're going to read more examples. Listen, please, the first one. Oh, no, you have 3, 4, 5 sentences. Listen.
1.8.
It was my grandmother who was the most important influence in my life. It's my biology teacher I really respect. What you need is a good vacation. What shocked him were the text messages he received. The person I really want to see is my old professor.
Right? You have the example here. Now, the same student. Here you have the explanation for each clef sentence. Adding emphasis with it. Yeah, we have already read, right, in the grammar section in your book. So we use clef sentences to emphasize a part of a sentence. We form a clef sentences with it plus a past or present form of the verb be. The focus word or who, that, clause. Now here you have. It was my father. Okay, it was my father who inspired me to be a doctor. Or you can say it was my father that inspired me to be a doctor. All right, no problem. That's what it says. You can use one of these. Because my father is the subject of the sentence. Clear the meaning, student, of this sentence? Is it okay, the explanation?
I do, teacher. Maybe we replace that. For example, it was the river were inspiring me to write a novel, for example.
Yeah, okay, that is according to what you want to describe. In this case, so it is the river is the subject in your sentence. All right, it was the river that inspired me to write the novel or to write a story. Yeah, that's good. But also who is for, remember, all right, who and that you can use to replace people, all right? But for things, it's just that, not who. For place, you can use where. Okay, you can use where. Clear, student? Let's go with next. In a clear sentence where we emphasize the subject, the relative pronoun who or that cannot be omitted. All right, now here is very important. Now, please, Brenda, can you read the example, please, to understand better this explanation?
It's my sister who...
It's my sister who taught me how to think for myself. Not is my sister taught me how to think for myself.
Okay, good. That's what it says, student. You cannot omit. You have to mention here who, because you are talking about your sister. It's very important. Okay, thank you. Now, we can also emphasize the object of the sentence. The relative pronoun is optional. The object may also be the object of a preposition. Now, let's see. What is that? Let's analyze with Valeria, please. Read the example, Valeria. This one. I don't know, Valeria, if you can read. Oriana, please, can you read the example, please? When we are emphasizing the object of the sentence. Here, you have the arrow.
Okay. It's my history professor who / that I admire the most.
Now, what you have in parentheses, please?
Okay. My history professor is the object of the sentences.
Clear, student, for you? Because here the rule says you can also emphasize the object of the sentence. The relative pronoun is optional. The object may also be the object of a preposition. When you are saying, it's my history professor who I admire the most, my history professor is the object of the sentence. Can you make that difference? ¿Pueden hacer ustedes esa diferencia? ¿Cuál es el objeto de la oración? Is it clear the example? This example for you, student. Yes or no, student? Yeah, okay, let me explain. I think that I don't know if you got it or not because everybody's in silent. Yeah, it's difficult, right, to know when everybody's in silent. But let me explain. Here it says, in the previous rule, it says that you cannot omit who or that, all right? You cannot omit because you are making emphasis on the subject. But in this sentence, it says we can also emphasize the object. We are making emphasis on the object. So that's why, right here, in this sentence, so it says my history professor is the object of the sentence. Because the most important here is that what you admire. What I admire the most is my history professor. That is another way that you can express this. Okay. Now here you can avoid who or that. It's my history professor I admire the most. You can say it in that way, the student. So that way you have between paréntesis. Cuando ustedes tengan algo entre paréntesis, es porque pueden obviar eso. Ahora, ¿por qué se puede obviar? Porque ustedes tienen un sujeto acá. Muy bien, entonces no hay problema. Diré, my professor I admire. Entonces, por eso se puede obviar la preposición o el relative pronoun. It's optional. Now, let's see, please, another example. Maria Belén, read the second example, please.
It was my older brother. I always did things with.
Good. What you have between parentheses, please? The second part of the sentence. This one.
My older brother is the object of the preposition with.
That is the object of the preposition with. Because you can say in a normal way, you can say, I always did things with my brother. Okay, so your brother is the object. With is the preposition of the object. ¿Se logra entender ahora? Entonces, with es una preposición, ¿no? Porque va pegado a my brother. Y su hermano se convierte en objeto, ¿no? Entonces, ahí dice with my brother. And that's why in this sentence you can avoid. If you are making a cleft sentences, you can avoid who or that. It's my older brother. I always did things with. Clear, student? ¿Se va entendiendo? Tell me, student. Yeah, you know, at this level, so grammar becomes more complex, okay? Yeah, but I think that we have one more. Yeah, Flores Harry, you will help me, please. So far, student, we were making emphasis or we were trying to give example with the word it. All right? Here is very important, the word who or that. But in this part, it says, no, it's not important when you are using an object and a preposition. Now, let's see, please, the last part. Harry, can you read, please, the example? Sometimes we use cleft sentences to correct information. Please, Harry.
It wasn't my father who gave me, teacher?
Sorry, gave me.
Gave me. It wasn't my father who gave me the money. It was my brother who lent it to me.
Now, in this sentence, you are correcting, all right, the information. So you are correcting when you said, oh, it wasn't my father, it was my brother. Now you can use cleft sentence as well as student. No problem with this example? Yeah, no? So you are correcting the information. Now look, let's see, the last part. Even if the subject of the sentence is plural, we use it's or it was. Yeah, that is something that I make emphasis at the beginning, right? Please, Shareli, please read the example with it.
It was our grandparents who raised us.
It was our grandparents who raised us. Yeah. Okay, now here you have the it was. Our grandparents. You are talking about your grandparents. But here the cleft sentence is always singular. Fueron nuestros abuelos. No podemos decir they were. ¿No bien? Entonces, cuando se habla de cleft sentences, siempre el it va a tener un verbo en plural. No interesa si se nombra luego en nombres, personas en plural u objetos en plural. Entonces, tiene que ser singular. It was. It was or it is. Okay, now here you have a student, the first part with it. Now let's see please the second part. Adding emphasis with the person who. The person who. I think this is the last part, right? The person who, etc. Oh, no, sorry, student. No es. No, creo que me fui muy abajo. This one, adding with what? Yeah. Fernanda Rivero. You will read the examples, all right? I will introduce the explanation. We can also add emphasis by beginning a sentence with the word what. We can emphasize a noun or we can emphasize a clause. Remember, a clause is a sentence, all right? That is a clause. A noun or no. Now, Fernanda, read the two examples.
Okay. What interests me the most is art. Art interests me the most. What I really want is to run the marathon. I really want to run the marathon.
So there you have the sentence with the word what, student. Okay, what? Take a look at here. It's singular the verb. What interests me. Lo que me interesa más, ¿no? Es el arte. Another way to say the student is art interests me the most. Esa es otra forma de decir. Como estamos dando énfasis a lo que decimos, entonces utilizamos la palabra what. And this is a clear sentence. In the second one is the same student. What I really want is, take a look at the verb, singular. Okay? To run the marathon. Now we can use the main thing that instead of what. Yeah, here it says that you can use the expression the main thing. Now you have example here. Another student, let us, another student. Alexia Gonzalez, please, can you read the examples? You had two examples, Alexia.
Okay, teacher. What? ¿Es el tercero, no?
The first one.
The first one. Ay, perdón, es que se movió todo. What interests me the most is art.
No, here we have already read this. This one. This.
Okay.
We are using the second one, but the two sentences.
One thing that annoys me is the amount of traffic. The thing. What? No. The thing I worry about is increase in prices.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it's complicated, all right? No, let me explain. So here it says we can use, now let me please remark this. You can use the main thing that instead of what. So here you have together. For example, you can say the main thing that, there you have the first. Or you can say, let me please, or you can say what annoys me. Okay, so that is, in that way, student. Entonces, esa es la otra manera en cómo puede decir. Por eso dice, usamos the main thing that instead en vez de what. Pero no quiere decir que va a decir what the main thing that annoys me. ¿Ok? ¿Se entiende? Ya, vamos a pedir a otra persona que nos ayude a leer. A ver, nuevamente el segundo. Pero vamos a leerlo en dos partes ahora. ¿Okay? Daniel Guzmán, read please the first sentence with the main thing and after with what. Okay, where are you? ¿Dónde está? A ver.
Okay. What's the main thing that annoys me is the amount of traffic?
No. I think that you didn't pay attention what I said.
Sorry.
If you are going to use what, use this part. What? Okay.
What I worry about
is
increasing price.
Now the second one.
Okay.
The main
thing
that
that is the increase in price.
Ya, ahí vamos a poner that worry, all right, could be. Ya, pero estamos utilizando the main thing o podemos reemplazar por what. Entonces tenemos que acomodar ahí la idea, ¿no? Solamente le está dando la opción. The main thing that worried or the main thing that I worried about is the increase in prices. Or what I worried about is the increase in prices. Okay, so you have two ways. Yeah, it's possible that you cannot get easily or write this, but you have to be careful, right? You can underline in your book, all right? You can circle in order to have a good view of the sentence, right? And get the meaning. Now, when the noun is plural, we use a plural form of be. Now, let's see here what happened, all right? When the noun is plural, we use a plural form of be. Ingrid Urquiza, please, can you read the sentence, please?
Okay. Teacher, I have problem with my camera.
Yeah, okay. Harry, please, you will read. A ver, déjenme ver que no veía ningún rostro. Pensé que estaban, quizás algo pasó con la conexión, pero ya, ahora sí. Please, Harry, you will read, please, the example. Please let me.
Okay, teacher.
Yeah, this.
What I really like are the chocolate chips in the middle, teacher?
Middle.
Sure.
Yeah, the chocolate chips, right? Son las galletas de chocolate, ¿no? In the middle. You can find, right, chocolate. So that's what I said. Now, please, according to the explanation of the rule, when the noun is plural, we use a plural form of be. For example, what I really like are the chocolate chips. But now you are talking about the chocolate chips, right? But remember, when you use it, it is always singular, I said, right? But in this case, it's different, the sentence. Yeah, you are not using it. You are using what. Yeah, okay, so this is another student. Another example using what. I don't know if that is clear, student, because we need to go to the last part. Adding emphasis with the person who. We can add emphasis by beginning a sentence with phrases such as the person who, or that, the thing that, the reason why, and the place that. Anna Jael, please read the first example, the person. Luciana, the second, please.
The person who helped the most was my sister.
Good. Continue, please. Number 2, the second.
The place that you really should visit is Vietnam.
Is Vietnam. Now here the word that is optional. Why? Because here you are using the place and here you have a subject. The place you really should. All right? So that's why you can avoid this. But if you want to mention, do it. No problem. It doesn't affect anything. Just when we speak, we try to avoid saying words. Ingrid Urquiza, please, the reason.
Teacher, can you hear me?
Yes, of course,
Okay.
Ingrid. I can listen to you.
Okay, the reason why I called her was to say goodbye.
Yeah, the reason why. So that is another example, student. You can use the reason why. It's optional, of course, right? The reason I called her, you can say. That's good. Yeah. Student, these are examples. And finally, we can also add emphasis with the phrases all that and the only thing that, all right? Now here you have all that I want is to speak freely. Yeah. Or you can say it in another way. Take a look at all that, this one, all that I want is to speak free. Or you can say the only thing that I want is to speak free. All we need is love. Yep. Is it clear, student, the last example? Okay, I can hear you, student. ¿No los escucho?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah. Yeah, it's too much grammar, right? Too much grammar in this section. But that is a student. You need to know, right? The real language, how it is, student, because it's an advanced level. So you have to know, right? So the way how we can work with grammar in a formal way. Okay, student, please. I would like after the explanation to make some exercises from here. But I'm going to give you the first, match the two parts of the sentences, all right? The two parts. Here it says, the first one, match the two parts of the sentence. You have number 1 to number 8, and after here. And after, please, do this part. Complete the second sentence so they have the same meaning as the first sentence. Okay, the same meaning. I just need a few minutes to think about it. All that I need is just would be few minutes. Okay. Now, student, please, I would like that you can work with somebody. Vamos a trabajar en pares, ¿okay? Para ayudarnos antes de terminar la clase. Okay, we are 22. Vamos a trabajar de a 3, ¿ya? Por si alguien se sale por alguna razón de la conexión, por lo menos queda con un compañero. A ver, vamos a dividir. 7. Yeah, it's possible one group is 4. Yeah. No. We are going to, yeah, I think it's okay. Okay, I can divide student.
Hola, Carlos dijo directamente hacer el 1 y el 2 nomás, ¿no? De la página.
Sí,
Ya.
sí.
Ok, yo hago el 1 y vos el 2. Termino el 1 y te apoyo ahí. ¿Te parece?
Ya está bien.
Ok.
Está bien.
Lo termino rápido entonces para apoyarte ahí en el 2. Porque está más complejito el 2, creo.
Sí, está largo.
Ya, dale, ahorita termina esto. What concerns me most? One concert with months.
Hola, disculpen, ¿por dónde van?
Estábamos haciendo la 1,
Ya,
emparejando, ¿no?
sí.
La 1, what I wanted to say, creo que va con la D.
Sí.
Is that I am very grateful for every young support.
Sí.
No sé si así lo hicieron.
Sí, yo le puse lo mismo.
La
En
2,
la
the
número
main
2.
thing,
Ujú. Yo le puse leather C.
es con la C, ¿no?
Ajá.
Ajá. Y la 3,
Con la H.
con la H.
Ajá.
La 4 con la G.
Ajá.
Is my old math teacher.
La 5 con la F.
Sí. Está bien. La 6 es la E, ¿no? Is to explain.
Sí.
The news is church.
La 7 es la A. Y la 8 es B.
Sí. Abajo, completar las oraciones. En la número 4, yo me quedé en la 4.
No, yo todavía no lo hice. No le entendí muy bien, pero estoy haciéndolo.
How is it going, student? Is it difficult or not, the exercises?
It's difficult, teacher.
Difficult.
More than minutes, teacher.
Yeah. No, don't worry. You will have some minutes. But the first exercise is that you have to, let me see my book. You have to connect, all right? The first exercise to with the second. For example, here. Let me see here. In this way. In these sentences.
Yeah.
Yep. The first one, what I wanted to say, what is the other part?
B.
Letter D.
D.
Letter D.
Oh, yeah, what I wanted to say. Is some medicine and an early night? B or D?
D. Is that I am very grateful for everyone's support. Yeah, you had to coordinate, right? What I wanted to say is some medicine and an early night?
No, D,
Yeah.
letter D, teacher.
Letter D.
Sí,
What
yeah.
I wanted to say is that everyone try. Oh, yeah, okay. It has more coherence. Yeah, no B, no D. Okay. And what about number 2? What do you have in number 2? The main thing.
It's letter C.
C.
Yeah, the main thing is that everyone tries to cooperate. Oh, yeah. Have you finished this or not?
Yes.
I finished the one.
The second part, we released, teacher.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Here you had to think, you had to analyze.
Yes.
Yeah, it requires more time, right? For example, I just need a few minutes to think about it. So how do you say that in another way?
All I need.
No? Nobody?
All I need is a few minutes.
All I need is a few minutes to think about it. Yeah, that's good. Sounds good. In that way. For example, in number 2, I wanted to speak to my brother and nobody else. The only
I wanted to speak.
Yeah, the only, pero puedes añadir algo ahí. The only. ¿Recuerdan que la frase the only thing?
The only thing.
The only thing that I.
Yeah, the only thing that I. Ya, continuo. ¿Qué es lo que quiero? La única cosa que yo quiero es, ¿qué cosa?
To speak to my brother.
Ajá, the only thing that I want is to speak to my brother and nobody else. ¿Ya? ¿Estás tú? Ya, estamos yendo bien. Y entonces, a ver, vamos, apóyense ustedes, ¿ya? Para trabajar. ¿Ok? Let me go to another group.
A ver, el número 3 sería el number of homeless children.
The number of homeless children worries us. What worries us?
What
is the number of homeless children?
¿Cómo sería la 3?
Yo le puse que what the main things that I worry is la todo eso.
The main
Pienso, ¿no?
De nuevo,
¿O qué le puso Carlos?
Creo que sí, what the main thing.
What worries us is the number of homeless children. Pero también está la que dijiste vos, the main. What main, ¿qué dijiste?
What the main things that I worry is, y todo, continuo toda la oración ya. Omitiendo ya el worry as.
Yeah.
Hasta homeless children sería. La 3.
Hasta homeless children, sí. Yeah. Y en la 4. The IT specialist told me about the hackers stealing my personal details. The IT specialist.
Sería it was, ¿no sería?
Sí, creo, sí. Porque está iniciando con it igual.
Ajá. It was the IT specialist. Ahí sería that y todo lo demás, ¿o no? Ahí no sé.
Creo que sería who porque it
was.
Ah, sí.
Porque está hablando de un especialista experto en ET. IT.
Sí, tienes razón. Sería who y todo lo demás, ¿no? Tell me. Ahí.
Sí.
Tell me about the place. Aquí sería the place that to visit sería the place that to visit, así.
The place that I visit o the place that I really visit. Aquí estaba. I really should visit is Venice.
I really know,
I really podemos usar should inclusive ahí. O no creo.
No, creo que no.
No, sí, creo que no.
Sería I really,
I really visit.
visit.
I no want. I really want to visit.
All right, student. Yeah, thank you for sharing your sentences with your partner. It's possible that you have many doubts, or could be few doubts, all right, or nothing, all right. Could be that everything is okay. But student, now I will start checking, please, the first part. Now, if you have any observation or something like that, please, you can tell me. But first, let us start with this. In order to do it quickly, student, I will show you the answer, okay? And you will tell me if you have the same answer. Check everything, student.
Teacher, what mean lack?
Lack. Okay, lack could be in Spanish, right? Es como una falta de algo. For example, you can say, oh, at this time I have a lack of concentration. La falta de concentración. Yeah, the same student. Do you have the same answers?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah, in these sentences, I think that we have to find the coherence, all right, with one part to another part. Let's go to the second. I think here you were thinking a lot. Yeah, now here, let me show you, please, what we have in the book. Mm-hmm. And everybody can see, please. Student, have you finished checking your sentences? Now, these are the examples for you, student. If you have any doubts, right, student, so follow this example. Of course, with the own information that you have. But when something is a little difficult for us, student, we have to take one example, and in base of that example, we have to build another sentence, right? And that would be very, very helpful, student. So try it, right? Now, if you have any doubts how to use, for example, the main thing, so here you have an example, right? Number 7. The main thing you have to do is, right, start reviewing now. So you have here the introduction of the cleft sentences, and the second part of the sentence too. Okay. Do you have any questions, student, before leaving the class?
Me, teacher. I didn't listen well at the start class. Are you going to be the teacher at this level, or are you just replacing the teacher Ingrid for today?
Oh, yeah. No. Sorry, student. Yeah. I was telling to your partners. Yeah, the teacher is not gonna continue with this course. All right. Yeah, she is not gonna be your teacher anymore. It's possible that I'm gonna be your teacher, right? If coordinations, yeah, it's a little difficult to find a teacher in this moment, right? But it's possible that I'm gonna stay with you. But if something happens, students, so you will know. But I think, yeah, I think it's possible that I'm gonna be until the end of the trimester, right? Yeah, but the thing is that you don't have to lose your classes, right? So that's why. So I'm here, right? Yeah, and I given to you the class.
Thank you.
I don't know if you. Yeah, is it clear? Yeah, I'm so sorry, student. Quizás al principio, ¿no? No estuvieron todos, pero bueno, voy a mencionarlo. Su docente ya no va a poder tomar el curso, ya por razones personales y de salud más que todo, creo, ¿no? Entonces, por esa razón, yo voy a pasar la clase. No sé si aún me voy a quedar. Si no conseguimos el docente, voy a estar yo. Muy bien, hasta el final. Okay. Yeah. Now, student, what I want that you do for next class is this. I will call the attendance before leaving, right? You have access to the audio, right? Or not? Do you have access to the audio or not yet?
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, right? Yeah, because you can get into the platform. Please, student, I want that you can listen to the people talking about a decision. Complete the notes with a short phrase. Here you have. Just complete what I say. You have Tom, you have Sarah, you have Jake. Right? In next class, we are going to check this part. And I want that you can do something else in advance, right, for Friday. I want that you can complete the sentences so they are true for you. True for you. Just you, individually. For example, you said the decision that has been the trickiest for me to make was. Now think about what was that decision, student. The trickiest is like the difficult for you. Could be was to change house or to move house, or could be, I don't know. I think that you have, all right, your personal reason. The same student for number 2. The place that I always dreams of living someday is, and you complete idea. It's just completing a student with a short phrase. In next class, we are going to share these kinds of sentences. Is it clear, student, the homework for next class?
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Yes, teacher.
In next class, we are going to see, we're going to watch videos right in this section. It's very interesting, this part. Okay. Now, student, let me call the attendance, please. Let me call the attendance. Everybody, please pay attention to the attendance. Maria Belén Aguilar, is it here?
Present.
Yeah. Liliana Barrios.
Present.
Is it here, Liliana? Yeah. Marcos, Johnny Marcos. Brenda Ferrufino.
Present, teacher.
Harry Flores.
Present, teacher.
Sareli Flores.
Present, teacher.
Giselle Fuentes. No, Giselle. Alexia Lorena.
I'm here, teacher.
Daniel Rodrigo.
Present, teacher.
Celia Elizama.
Present, teacher.
Carlos Roberto Lazo.
Present, teacher.
Bianca López.
Present.
Valeria Lozada.
Present, teacher.
Rubén Morales.
Present, teacher.
Javier Orellana.
Present, teacher.
Santiago Otero.
Present, teacher.
Okay, Santiago. Oriana Padilla.
Present, teacher.
Naomi Paz.
Present, teacher.
Dena Rebollo.
Here, teacher.
Chalmar Rivero. No, Chalmar. María Fernanda Rivero.
Present, teacher.
Oh, yeah, María Fernanda. Yeah. Melina Rueda.
Present, teacher.
Carla Yanine Saavedra.
Present, teacher.
Ingrid Urquiza.
Present, teacher.
Carolina Vázquez. No. Ana Jael Zárate.
Present, teacher.
Yeah, 26 students. It's a big group of students, so you have to participate more students, right? Just here I can remember some names of people who participate, but it's better. Yep, thank you. So student, see you next class, right, at 5, Friday. Yep, that's all, student. Bye. Oh, next class I will give you assignment from workbook, right, because you have your workbook. Please write, so, or you can start writing the exercise because later we are going to check the exercise from workbook. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay, thank you, students. See you next class. See you, students.
Bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
teacher.
Bye,
See
students.
you.
Bye, teacher.
Bye, bye, teacher.